filming.
Alrighty here, Carter. So you got it glued up last week, right?
Yeah.
Let's tell you what. Let's double check it for square. Just to see how close we are. Ooh, 35 right on the money there. Maybe a smidge over. And we are at 35 and a 16th. So we are within a 16th inch of square. Looks beautiful. So even though we tried our best to get these things 100% flush, what is it close? This one's off a smidge. This one's perfect almost. So we're gonna go over a few things, all right? We wanna knock this down. And the best way to knock this down is we're gonna use a quarter sheet sander and we're gonna just hold it in this area and we're just gonna kind of blend a little bit. It's just gonna knock this down to where we don't feel the lip anymore, okay? So I have the quarter sheet sander over here. I have a piece of 80 grit on it. Go ahead and turn it on. Just going to take a little bit of a feel at this right here. And that blends in pretty good. A little bit of a divot over here. I don't know why. I'm going to say take a piece of 120. Crisping this up. Take this one over here. And then since we're going against the grain on this one here, we're going to just finish over here again. Alright, so let's take a feel of that. I like the way that feels. It blends in really nice. If you wanted to, you could also go like this on the proud one. So let's take a look here. So this one sticks above it a little bit. So if you wanted to, you could go over this. And then at the very end, do it like this too. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it's going to be more precise. So my recommendation is going to be on the really close ones to do this. On the ones that are off a little bit more, we'll use a little bit of the sander, and then we'll clean it up with this at the very end. So that's how you're going to clean up these corners here. Now the other thing that you're going to have to take a look at is these corners, these edges over here, and they feel pretty darn good, to be honest with you. But what I like to do is I like to put it in twice, just like this. And I would take a piece of 120, and all we're going to do is just lightly hit this. Same thing down like this. We are not going to see any of this. All right, we're not going to see any of it, but we are going to put a cap piece on it. So we want this here to feel good. Feel that right there. How's that feel for you? Beautiful. I like that. We can totally live with that. This one down here, I think we're right in the ballpark of where we need to be. I like that too. You could also confirm it by taking a straight edge, putting it on it. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. And you would have to do that to all four sides. Now, if you do have some that are off by a little bit too much, you're going to want to come get me, and what we'll do is we can use the table saw to true it up. When we use a table saw to true it up, we take off a little bit off of this one and a little bit off of this one here, so it becomes a little bit more tricky and it narrows this stuff down. It's not the end of the world, all right, but when in doubt and we can just take a sliver off like this, like we're doing, that's the way that we're going to do it. So this side over here is our back, all right? Do you need to flush up your backs? You don't. Just your fronts, right? Because that's all we're going to see. So you're going to start off today by Getting your fronts good. You know this is your fronts because your two long pieces overlap your bottoms. So we'll get these good, just like I showed you there. We'll sand these in, and then you're gonna get your 4 outside edges, and then we'll be ready for the next step, which is going to be getting our 2 pieces of side trim done. And those are, I think, only 1/4 of an inch wide. They're really tiny, and we're gonna round those over. Look pretty easy for you?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get that done.